What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy, Cam ATL, and welcome back to another video with your boy. Drop a like down below because I already know you're gonna love it. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Comment anything in the comment section to enter your name into the $50 giveaway I do every single week on this channel. Speaking of the $50 giveaway I do every single week on this channel, the winner of last week's comment is going to be Antonio Dortch, 89. Antonio Dortch 89. Hit me up on Twitter at Cam_ATL. Appreciate you watching, commenting, all that stuff. Appreciate everybody who comments, likes, puts their favorite two-mans, all that good stuff down in the comment section, man. I appreciate y'all for even being here and just taking your time with me. Yeah, man. As always, propsmadeeasy.com. Only $20 a month if you aren't using these amazing tools yet when it comes to your player props or your game bets. As you can see, we have the game center as well. Then you're just out of your mind. Okay, you need to do it. I had a huge weekend this weekend. It was another fantastic weekend using the tools at Props Made Easy, just taking the top EVs. And again, we're going to go over the top options that we have available to us today. I'm going to refresh real quick and we're going to get straight into them. Put your favorite two-man down in the comment section. I will randomly choose one in the morning that ended up hitting, and you will get free access for a month to propsmadeeasy.com. All right? Let's lock in. Let's keep this streak going. Let's keep dominating, and let's get straight to it. Now, first thing that you guys know that I do is I go here and I go to our favorite EV filter first to see if there's any favorite EV plays. Now, you guys know that the favorite EV filter is going to show us plays that are minus 140 or higher when only looking at the sharp books. It takes an average of the sharp books and shows you plays that are minus 140 or higher. Sharp books, for anybody that doesn't know, just to reiterate, remind you, sharp books are books that don't limit professional bettors. Okay? On these books that limit professional bettors, it gets to the point where you just have casuals betting and the lines being influenced by casual bettors. There's a lot of sports books out here where it's just kind of casual rookie level bettors who are manipulating lines. Whereas the sharp books, you have professional bettors putting big money on certain sides to give you a really good idea of what should be bet. Not only do you have the pro bettors and whatever knowledge they have, but you also have the comparison to all the sports books using consensus odds as well. And across all the sharp books, you're able to get the best idea. So favorite EV is going to be my favorite filter on Props Made Easy. Top performing EV is another amazing filter that's going to show you plays that are 5% or higher EV. This morning, there's nothing popping on either of those filters right now for Prizepicks, but we do have some options that are top EV options based on the data, and let's go over them. Dyson Daniels under 4.5 assists is a 6.35 EV percent on Prizepicks, minus 136.9 of the consensus odds. So this is when we take every book, every single sports book in the sports betting industry, and we average them all together on Dyson Daniels 4.5 assists, and they come out to average the under at minus 136.9. Okay? AI sim projection after simulating the game 10,000 times has the projection of 3.75. Dyson Daniels under 4.5 assists. If we look over the season, he's hit this in 66%, averaging 4 assists per game with an equivalent money line of minus 195 if we went over his season hit rate alone. All right. John Morant under 4.5 rebounds. John Morant's a minus 135.2 consensus odds throughout the entire industry on his under 4.5 rebounds right now. AI sim projections at 3.47 on his under rebounds. If we look at over the season, he's hit this in 59.46%, averaging 4.1 rebounds a game, an equivalent money line of minus 147 on the under if you look at his season hit rate. Andre Drummond over 9.5 points assists at a 5.06 EV, minus 133 consensus odds on the over throughout the industry. AI sim projection has him at 11.27 points plus assists. Today, if we look at Andre Drummond over the year, he has hit this in 38%, but again, the situation is different here. If you go just off his season hit rate, it doesn't tell you the full story. You have Embiid out, you have the injuries on Philly, which should open things up for Andre Drummond to go over. But that's why the front of the card data is so important, because not only do all the sports books that we're grabbing the consensus odds from take every bit of data you can imagine into account, but the AI sim projection also sims the game 10,000 times in the exact situation that it's in. All right, let's move on. Over on Underdog Fantasy, any favorite EV over here? Yes, Steph Curry over on Underdog. Steph Curry over 5.5 assists is the top play over here. Minus 131 are the consensus odds throughout the industry, but because he's showing on favorite EV, that tells us that he's minus 140 or higher when it comes to the sharp books. on the over 5.5 assists. The sharp money, the professional bettors are going on the over 5.5 assists here at a heavy rate. 5.98 is the AI sim projection on the over as well. Steph Curry over the season has hit this in 62.7%, averaging 6.16 assists per game, with an equivalent money line of minus 168 if you go off the season hit rate. All right. Going back to all EV, Corey Kispert over 1.5 assists is minus 130 consensus odds throughout the industry. AI sim projection on the over as well. So a couple good plays there on Underdog. Over on BetterPicks, favorite EV. Looking at the favorite EV for BetterPicks, you will notice that there's nothing over the 5% range. But again, anything fairly close is still playable because we know that, yes, this EV right here is going off the full, the consensus odds of every sportsbook in the industry. But we know that because they're showing here that the sharp books, the pro bettors, are placing bets on the under 10.5 points on Dinwiddie and the under on Tyler Herro, 26.5 points here. So both of these plays are fine. Not only do you have the minus 140 or higher consensus odds throughout the sharp books, which is, we know that because they're showing on favorite EV, but we have the consensus odds at minus 134, consensus on the under Dinwiddie 10.5 points, and we have the minus 133.9 on the consensus under 26.5 points for Tyler Herro. All right, so good spot on both of them. Not only that, but the AI sim projection is also on the same side of that data as well. So you just got a ton of data just straight off the front of the card. To put it in perspective for you, right? I've talked about how important it is to take advantage of all of these sportsbooks datas and where they set these lines at and where their lines are at, and taking advantage of that. It's because these sportsbooks literally they put so much into making sure their lines are as accurate as they can possibly be, right? And so because of all of that data and utilizing that against them, there's just so much data in that. Okay, not only that, and you have that built into the consensus odds, gives you an idea of where all of the sportsbooks are and all of their data leans. Okay, as well as having an AI sim projection that simulates the game 10,000 times to give you a projection on the play. When that sim projection after simulating 10,000 times is on the same side as all those sportsbooks have money on, I mean, come on, obviously that play is going to hit more than a play that doesn't have all those boxes checked. So just remember that, man. Just lean on props made easy. It really is. I know a lot of people don't like to put all of they like to let their gut kind of lead some of the way. They don't put all of their faith in the tools or people anymore because the industry is so shady and you just don't know who to trust or believe or all that. And I do agree that nobody should be using a capper. I mean, you just shouldn't. You can be a pro yourself utilizing a $20 tool like Props Made Easy and become a professional on yourself and literally feed yourself. You don't need somebody else or rely on somebody else's data, which, by the way, these dudes are lazy as well. They try to get money the easiest way they can and just go the simplest shit. You should hear some of the reasons why these guys give out picks to their people, like the reasoning behind it. Oh, this guy has really struggled last few games. I feel like he's due. Like, it's just the dumbest shit. You know what I mean? Like, so as time goes on, though, I do have faith that more and more people will become more smart and understand what this industry is, especially the new people coming up. All y'all know, like, I don't blame you because all you know is what you see on social media. All you see is what you see these cappers saying on X. They'll post their one their one solid slip that they won for the day, not letting you know of the 100 they missed, right? And they're negative bettors long term. But yet they show you this one winning slip as if they are doing something consistently to convince you that they're the secret. They're the secret to being highly successful in this industry. It's just not true. The data is the secret, plain and simple. And I can assure you these cappers don't spend enough time on it. And I mean, honestly, it's just, there's no reason for a human being to give you picks when you have technology and AI projection and odds from all of the sports books and all of the data they have. I mean, you're just going to be immediately smarter than any capper in the entire industry the moment you use Props Made Easy. The only way you wouldn't be is if the capper uses Props Made Easy and uses all of this data available to them. And then you guys are even. But still, you can be your own capper, plain and simple. Desmond Bane, under 1.5 steals, is at a 4.52 EV% on DraftKings Pick 6. Minus 152 consensus odds on the under for him. Really love that spot on Desmond Bane's under. And then Marcus Smart, under 3.5 assists, is only a 3.91, but minus 150 consensus odds. So some decent spots over on DraftKings Pick 6. I don't play a lot on DK Pick 6 anymore, to be honest, because their payout structure is kind of ass to me. But now, Over on Dabble, we have a ton of favorite EV. We have 6 plays that are popping under favorite EV over here. We have 3 of which that are over 5% EV. Zach LaVine over, and this is why I also say diversify. Don't just rely on Prizepicks. Don't just rely on Underdog. Don't just rely on BETR. Have access to whatever sites you have available in your city. Take full advantage of where the best EV is. Zach LaVine over 2.5 3-pointers made is 5.92 EV percent. Minus 138 are the consensus odds throughout the industry on his over 2.5 3-pointers made. AI sim projections on the over as well. We know that because he's showing here that the sharp books are minus 140 or higher as well. Just a ton of data on the over Zach LaVine 2.5 3-pointers made. As always, you can click on his card, flip it over, look at the season. He's hit this in 57%, averaging 3.17 3-pointers per game. Don't worry about that average spot. He has hit this over, and sorry, don't. The 3.17 is on the over. Okay, 57% on the over. So not only do you have all the data on the front, but you have the reverse side also on the same side. I said don't worry about it, meaning don't let the history be the sole reason on a play not being played, though. For example, let me give you an example, right? I make a living off sports betting. I could stop doing these videos completely and just disappear into the backdrop and just make my living off betting on these sports myself, right? But here's the thing, like there's this and honestly, I personally believe that the sportsbooks have pushed this narrative out there. They want y'all to think that there's certain ways that you need to go about this thing because they know that won't be successful long term. They don't want y'all to focus on EV solely. They want y'all to be thinking last 5 matters or last 10 matters. They want you to lean heavily on that because they know how little that really matters in the grand scheme, right? So, I mean, you see it firsthand. Every capper mentions, oh, he's done this many times. Oh, he did this against this team this many times. Literally, it's their reasoning behind plays. All these cappers do is look at these players' histories versus the team they're facing or their last 10 and go off of that, right? Going off of EV is the sole successful way of doing it. If you ask anybody who makes real money in this industry, like professional bettors who make a living off sports betting, they all take EV. They all go off the highest EV. None of them give a fuck about a player's last 10, last 5, none of that. Matter of fact, it's laughable. It's a joke among professional bettors that people care about a last 5. Okay? It is comical. I mean, and you see it still. Like, obviously, I'm not able to touch every bettor in my videos, right? But you see it still. You look at the popular plays on Prizepicks. What do they all have in common every day? You look at their last 5. The last 5 is on a certain side heavy. That's why they're popular, because people simply think that, oh, I look at the last 5. Like, there's this mindset of people want the easiest way to make money without really putting much effort in, right? And that's the problem, is people want to make all this money but don't want to put much effort in. And they think, oh, it's a secret that I'm looking at last 5. Everybody and their grandma looks at last 5. You're not doing nothing special. And if that was the case, if that's all it took, we'd all be rich and sportsbooks wouldn't even be here anymore because they would never beat us, right? But the fact is that they do beat us, which is why they thrive the way they are. And these dudes just are, whatever. But anyway. The reason I say these things is because I have new bettors all the time watch me, and I'm trying to educate new bettors on understanding what is important and what's not. Malik Monk under 6.5 assists, 5.29 EV, minus 136 consensus on the under for him. AI sim projection on the under as well. And then Trae Young under 25.5 points, minus 135 consensus on the under. AI sim on the under as well. And all 3 of these have what in common? They're all over 5% EV, so they're all solid consensus odds throughout the entire industry, while also we know that they're minus 140 or higher when you find a consensus among the sharp books. So good spot there. Over on Vivid Picks, the favorite EV is the Steph Curry assists over 5.5. Due to the payout structure, it's not as high as some of these other sports books. I'd take it where the EV is higher. Nothing much on Vivid. Let's check FanDuel. Over on FanDuel, favorite EV, nothing crazy popping there. We have Desmond Bane over 5.5 rebounds at minus 113 odds on FanDuel, whereas it's over minus 126 everywhere else. AI sim projections on the over as well at 6.3, so I like that. Chris Middleton, over 8.5 rebounds assists at a minus 112 you can get on FanDuel, where it's minus 124 everywhere else. AI sim projection on the over as well. Decent options there. Nothing too crazy. If you kind of be patient and wait it out, you'll probably get some better plays come in there. The best play on DraftKings is Desmond Bane's under 1.5 steals is minus 125 odds on the under on DraftKings, whereas it's minus 152 across the industry. So obviously getting it at minus 125 is going to be highly EV, 8.76 EV percent. All right. So some really good spots, man. Some really good spots out here today. Remember, be patient. Take advantage of whatever these different books are giving you, man. Go through these different sports books and find where you have the absolute best options and place your slips on that book and do that consistently. You will still lose. There's still going to be days where you lose, okay? But you got to stay consistent, okay? The difference between every single professional level bettor who makes a living off sports betting have had moments where they are losing a shit ton, right? And the simple decision that would have stopped them from becoming a professional bettor is if they changed their process and thought, you know what, I'm losing doing this, I have to change this. No. Okay? They didn't. They pushed through, they continued playing the top EV, and then they quickly started realizing, oh shit, yeah, I'll lose, but these top EVs, I'm winning more than I lose. And that's what it's all about, okay? Don't come in this industry wanting immediate gratification and immediate wins. You're going to lose at times, but you got to stay consistent, okay? And I know some people are like, he's just saying that. He just wants people using Props Made Easy. I don't care if you use Props Made Easy or anything else. Use what you want. I promote Props Made Easy because it's affordable, and I firsthand know where the data comes from because I'm a part of it. So I know it's legit for y'all. And so I just promote it to y'all because it is a great tool, and I use it solely for my picks, and I also win a ton of money. So I'm just telling you off experience, but you don't have to listen to me. You can use whatever you want. You can keep using that capper you're using. I don't care. But every time you watch my videos, I just want you to get better and better and more knowledgeable than you are. All right, and just keep learning and get better, man. That's what I'm in here for. Thank y'all for joining me as always. Put that favorite two-man down in the comment section. Let's have a huge Monday. Big week ahead at Props Made Easy, baby. Only $20 a month. PropsMadeEasy.com. Lock in. Let's get straight to it. I'm out. Peace.